Okay, so good afternoon to all. In that last lecture, we have covered surface roughness symbols. Okay, then direction of the link, their types, and also we have covered uh, types of dimension systems. Okay, so can you tell me what are the different types of dimension systems are there? Yes, in that last lecture, we have covered two types of dimension system. Okay, and the first is the
Align system.
good dimensions system. Okay, first is the aligned dimension system, and second is the yes, second is the
unidirectional.
okay unidirectional dimension system. Right? Okay, that two systems of the dimension we have studied. Okay, so here in that aligned dimension system, how we are showing the dimensions like this. Here we are using the one continuous line, and the end of that line we are draw. Okay, see such type of the arrow, and above this is called as a dimension line, and above to that dimension line we have to show the dimension figure like this. Okay, if it is vertical like this, if it is horizontal, sorry, if it is horizontal we have to show the dimension in this manner, and if it is vertical, then how to show the dimension number. Okay, if it is vertical, that time we have to show the dimension like this. It is correct? Yes, means we have to show the dimension along the line only. And suppose if the dimension line is inclined like this, okay, in such condition we have to show the dimension number. How we have to show the dimension number here? Yes,
Between the
yes, like this. It is correct? Yes, it is correct or wrong? Yes, please. If say in that unidirectional system, now see here in that unidirectional system, how we have to show the dimension? We have to break the dimension line like this. Okay, we have to break the dimension line like this, and here in between that we have to show the dimension number. If it is vertical or horizontal like this, and if it is vertical, okay, that time we have to show the dimension like this. It is correct? Yes. Yes, it is correct or wrong? Hello.
correct as
Okay, so these are the basic dimension systems, aligned and unidirectional. Okay, now the next point is placing of dimensions. Placing of dimension. Okay, placing of dimensions. Okay, now see here again that placing of dimension are classified into the following types. Okay, now see the first is chain type dimension. The first is the chain type dimension. Then second is parallel type dimension. Okay, parallel type dimension. Then again third is the combined dimension system. Okay, combined dimension, and then fourth is progressive dimension. Okay, the fourth is it's called as the progressive dimension. Okay, now see these are the four types of placing of the dimension. Okay, in this way we can place the dimensions. Okay, the first type is the chain type dimensioning, then parallel type dimensioning, then combined dimensioning, and fourth is the progressive dimensioning. Okay, these are the four types of placing of the dimensions, and we are having only two types of dimensioning systems are there. Only two dimension systems are there. What are these? First is the aligned and second is the unidirectional. Okay, out of that we have to choose one of the dimension system, and with the dimension system we have to select the placing of following types of placing of the dimensions. म्हणजे आपण ह्यातली एक कुठली तर डायमेन्शन सिस्टीम सिलेक्ट करायची आणि डायमेन्शन दाखवण्यासाठी आपण ह्यातला प्रकार सिलेक्ट करायचा. सिंपल. Okay, now what is meant by the dimension chain dimensioning, what is meant by the parallel dimensioning, what is meant by the combined dimensioning and progressive dimensioning, that part we will discuss here one by one. Okay, now see, the first is chain type dimension. Okay, so directly I will draw here one figure. Okay, one of the component I will draw here, and I will give the dimension to that component with the help of the chain type dimensioning. Okay, so see here, see this is the first chain type dimension. Okay, so now I will draw here one component. Okay, just to see, I'm going to draw here one component. Okay, now see, this is the component, and now suppose this dimension I'm going to write down here the dimensions here. Okay, for this part the dimension is okay. See here, for this part the dimension it will be the 15 mm or 50 centimeter. Here for this again it will be the 15. Okay, for this that much it is 50. Again for this, okay, it will be the, then how to show the chain dimension. Okay, how to show that all the dimension in the form of the chain type. Okay. How to show the chain type. Okay, now see here, to show the chain type dimensioning. Okay, just okay, first up on we have to draw the extension line. Okay, first up on we have to draw the extension line. Okay, that extension line should be very faint. Okay, but here I'm going to write here like this. Okay, that extension line it should be very faint. Huh? Okay, so this is the extension line. It is called as the extension line. You have to remember that extension line should be thin. Okay, now see. Again, I'm going to draw here the extension line in this manner. Okay, so see here, this is the extension line. Okay, and here again it is the extension line. Okay, now how to show the chain type dimension. Now see here, we have to show the dimension for this part only. Okay, for this part. Okay, we have to show the dimension for that much part only. Okay, similarly, we have to draw dimension line like this. Okay, see, and here we have to write down what is the distance. What is this distance? It is the, yes, it is the
15 centimeter.
it is the 15 centimeter. Again, from this point, okay, or from this arrow, again we have to draw one continuous dimension line. Okay, now see here. Now see here. Again we have to write down, or again we have to draw continuous dimension. See, what is this distance? Yes. What is this?
15 centimeter.
Okay, again it will be the 15 centimeter. Again we have to show this distance. Similar process from this point. From this point, again we have to take the one dimensioning line and draw this from this point. We have to draw the continuous. Okay. See. Again, what is this distance? Yes.
20 centimeter.
20.
It is the 20 centimeter. Okay, it is called as the chain type dimension. Means, okay, chain type dimension system means just we have to show the all the dimension in continuous manner. Okay, in the continuous manner. Say here, this is the first dimensioning line. Okay, here it is end. Again, from this arrow, again we have to draw the another dimensioning line, and we have to show this dimension for this part. Again for this part. Suppose this is the part 1, part 2, part 3. Okay, for each part we are showing the dimension individually in the continuous format, or we can say the in chain type. Okay, right now see here in this side also. Okay, in this side also we have to show the dimension. Now see, please tell me how to show the dimension. How to show the dimension, chain type dimension for this side. Yes, again we have to show like this. Just 1 minute. Here also I have to draw the one extension line. Okay, in this side also how we can show the continuous or chain type dimension. Simple like this. Okay, then from this point again we have to show this. Okay, and here we have to write down the dimensions. Okay, so how to write down this dimension? Yes, simple. Here you can write down, it will be the 20, again it will be the 20, or it will be the 50. It is called as the chain type dimensions. Okay, means in that chain type dimensioning we are showing the dimension for each individual parts. Okay, and what is the system like this? Okay, like this we have to draw the dimension line. So it is called as a dimension line. Okay, see the arrow of each dimension, it should be like this. Okay, म्हणजे एकमेकाला मॅच झालेला पाहिजे arrow. It is called as the chain type dimension. So understood? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right now, next dimension system is parallel dimension system. Okay, parallel dimension system. The next is the parallel dimension. Okay, parallel dimension. Okay. Again, I will keep this object as it is, and for this object we will give the dimension in the form of the pair. Okay, so just I will erase the dimension, the chain type dimension here. Okay, So here again, here I will draw here one extension line. Okay. The next type of placing dimension is parallel dimension. Okay, then in that parallel dimension system, how we have to show this dimension in the parallel format? Just see here. Okay, see. Okay, first up on we have to show the dimension to this part. In that parallel dimension system, we have to fix one line. Okay, again see here. Again we have to show the dimension to this part. Again here we have to from this line only we have to draw the dimension. Okay, means one line we have to keep as fixed, or we can say it is the origin. This line, it will be the origin. It will play as the role of the origin point. Okay, we have to place one line fixed here. We can see here. This line is fixed. Okay, this is the fixed line, and we have to take the reference of this line only for showing the dimension for each and every part. Okay, now see here we have to show the dimension for this part. Again, in similar manner, we have to keep this line as the reference line, and from this line we have to draw the dimension. Okay, in this manner we have to show the dimension in the form of the parallel. Right now, see here, you can do the dimension here. What is this dimension? Yes, what is this dimension? Yes, what is this?
15
centimeters.
It is 15. Then it is
30
किती असणार आहे? It is
30
30 असणार आहे. And then it is
50.
50.
50.
50.
Okay, it is called as the parallel dimension. Okay, it is called as the parallel dimension. Okay, again suppose here in this side also we have to show. How we can show? Like this. Okay, we have to keep this line as the fixed line. From this line we have to show like this. Okay. Again, show like this. For example, I'm going to write down here this dimension. It will be the 20. Okay, it will be the 20. Again it will be the 40. Again it will be the 50, 55 like this. Okay, this system is called as the parallel dimension. This is called as the parallel dimension. Okay, you have understood the difference between chain type and parallel type. In chain type we are placing the dimension line continuous chain type, you can say. But in the parallel dimensioning, okay, here we are keeping one line as fixed line or reference line, and from this line we are giving the dimension to the all the parts. Okay, so this is called as the parallel. The next is the combined dimension. Okay, next is the combined dimension. Combined means what? Yes. Now see, the next is the combined. Okay, again I'm putting this component as it is, and here we are giving the next type is third, that is the combined. Okay, combined dimension. Okay, combined dimension. What is meant by the combined dimension? When we are combining the chain type plus parallel type. When we are combining both dimension, means suppose we are showing the chain type as well as parallel type dimensioning in one component. म्हणजे एकाच component मध्ये आपण chain type पण दाखवतो आणि parallel dimensioning पण दाखवतो. This is called as this combination we can show. Okay, this combination we can call the combined dimension. Okay, combined dimension is nothing but it is the combination of chain type and parallel type dimension. Okay. Now see here how to show that combined dimension system. Simple. See here. In one side, we have to show the dimension in the form of the chain type. In another side, we have to show the dimension in the parallel type. And this combination is called as the combined dimension. Simple. Now, here in this side, we have to show the dimension chain type. How to show the dimension chain type? We are knowing that. Yes, we are showing the dimension chain type like this. Okay, it is correct. Yes.
Yes, sir.
It is chain type. It is chain type.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then we have to do the dimension here. It is 50. It is 55. It is 20. Okay, and here in another side we have to show the dimension in the form of the parallel. This combination we can call it is the combined dimension. Here I'm going to draw here. And in the parallel dimensioning, we have to keep one line as a reference line. And from that line only, we have to show the all the dimension. So this is first. Then see this is the second. Okay, again. It is the okay. See in this side, which dimension system we have to use? In this side, here in this side we are using the chain type. It is correct. It is correct. See this is the chain type. And here I'm going to write down here. It is 20. It will be the 40. It will be the 50. Okay. Now see in this side we are using the chain type dimensioning, and here we are using the parallel type dimensioning. Okay. And this whole combination we can call, this whole figure we can call it is the combined dimension system. It is called as the combined dimension system. Now it is understood? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now only one type of placing of dimension is remaining. That is the progressive dimension. Okay. Up till now, any doubt is there? Yes, anybody? Please tell me. Yes. Any doubt is there? The next type of placing of dimension is, that is the fourth number, is progressive dimension. Okay, progressive. Then how we have to give the dimension in the progressive system? Okay, so first of all I will draw here one component. It is visible to all.
Yes.
Okay, first of all I will draw here one component, and we have to give the dimension to that component with the help of that progressive dimensioning system. So the placing of the okay, just wait for 2 minutes. I will draw here. Okay. So see here in this manner. Just wait for 2 minutes. Okay, I will draw here. Okay, suppose we are having such type of the component here. Right now we have to show the dimension that component with the help of this progressive dimension. Okay, so first of all we have to draw the extension line here. Okay, so just 1 minute. Okay, first of all we have to draw the extension line. You have to remember that the extension line should be very faint. Okay, so it is called as the extension line. Let's okay, suppose they have given the dimension like this. If it is 50, suppose it will be the 50. So we can take, suppose it will be the 10. Okay, suppose it will be the 10, again it will be the 10, again it will be the 10, again it will be the 10. Okay, such type of the dimensions are there. Okay, such type of the, suppose it will be the 20. Okay. Suppose such type of the dimensions are there. Okay, and right now we have to show that dimensioning in the form of the progression. Okay, so how we have to show the, or how we have to give the dimension to that component with the help of the progressive dimensioning system? Yes, anybody having any idea? Because this name of this types, it is indicated meaning, we can call. Yes, anybody? How we have to show the dimensioning here? In that progressive dimensioning, again we have to fix one point as origin. Okay, here also we have to fix one point as the origin point. Okay, for example, suppose I'm going to write here, this is our origin. This line is our reference line, or we can call it the origin point. So this is the origin point. This is the origin. Means in that progressive dimensioning, from that origin only, okay, from this origin point only, we have to count all the dimension. Okay, so now see here how we have to show. Simple. Suppose we have to show the dimension to this part. Okay, how I will show? Just we have to draw the dimension line like this. Here we have to show the arrows. And what is the dimension? Yes, yes,
10 centimeter.
10 centimeters. Then suppose we have to show the dimension to this part. Again, from this arrow, we have to draw the one line. Okay, and here only one side we have to draw the arrow. Only one side. Okay, don't show the arrow this side also. And suppose we have to show the dimension to this second part. Okay, we have to count the dimension from this origin only. This origin. Then tell me what is this dimension?
20 centimeter.
It is the 20 centimeters. Okay, again, suppose we have to show the dimension to this part. Again, from this point, we have to draw the one dimensional line. And here only we have to show the arrow. Okay, don't show the arrow this side. And we have to count the dimension from this origin point. Okay, then count the dimension. It is the 10, it is the 10, it is the 10. What is this? It is the, yes,
30.
it is the 30. Again, in similar manner, we have to draw the dimensioning line in this side only. We have to draw the arrow, and again we have to count the dimension from this origin point only. It is the 10, 20, 30 plus 10. What is this? It is the 40.
40.
And for this part, again we have to draw this dimensioning line, and only this side we have to show the arrow and count the dimension again from this origin. What is this? Yes,
60.
system. Okay, this system is called as the progressive dimension. Okay, so understood? It is called as the progressive dimension. Okay, so understood? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, now this part, this point is complete. Okay, it is again very simple. Just you have to remember in the chain type. Okay, in the chain type, we are giving the dimension in continuous manner like this. Okay, like this. Okay. Again, in the parallel, we are giving the, in that parallel dimensioning also, we have to fix one line as a reference line, and from that line only we have to show the dimension like this, like this. But your dimension line, so this is called as a dimension line, and that dimension line, it will be parallel to each other. It will be parallel like this. It is parallel, na? And here in chain type, it is the dimension line. It will be in chain type, or it will be continuous like this. Okay, and in that combined, we are showing the dimension in the both the manner. Okay, in one of the side we are showing the dimension in the form of the chain type. Okay, and one of the side we are showing the dimension in the parallel type. This is called as the combined, and in that progressive dimensioning, okay, we are showing the dimension in this manner. Here we are fix our one origin, and from this origin only we are counting the all the dimension. Okay, and to show that dimension in only one side only. Okay, in the only one side we are showing the arrow like this. This is called as the progressive dimension. Okay, it is clear for all? Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, just I will take the review here. So, so anybody please tell me what is the type of this dimension? What is the dimension system is here?
Parallel.
Parallel.
It is the parallel type. See, this parallel type. It is correct, na?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, okay. So that dimensioning part is completed. Okay. Our next part is section field. Okay, sectional. Okay, sectional. Okay. Our next part is the types of sections. Okay, So before going to that types of the sections, okay, we should know about what is mean by the sectional view. Okay, what is mean by the sectional view? So anybody having any idea? Because already we have studied that point in that machine drawing and engineering graphics also. So can you tell me what is meant by the sectional view? Yes. What is the use of that sectional view? Why, where, or for which purpose we are drawing the section view? Yes. Yes, route.
सेक्शन व्यू मीन्स आपण पार्ट कट केला ना तो पार्ट हॅचिंग लाईन दाखवतो.
Okay, good. It is very nice answer. Again, but what is the purpose? Why we are draw that section view? Or what is the purpose of the end?
To show internal dimensions.
It is again very nice answer. Okay, this is very good. Okay, suppose for example we are having one of the component like this. Okay, suppose we are having, for example, we are having one apple in there like this. Okay, okay, and suppose we have to show, or suppose we have to do the study of their internal part. म्हणजे आपल्याकडे एखादा कुठला तर मशीनचा पार्ट आहे, कुठलाही पार्ट आहे, कुठलाही कंपोनंट आहे. जर सपोज वी हॅव टू डू द स्टडी ऑफ दॅट पार्ट इन इंटरनल म्हणजे मला इंटरनल मध्ये तो पार्ट कसा दिसतो हा मला पाहायचा आहे. Okay, for this purpose, okay, for this purpose we are cutting the that parts. Okay, for example, suppose we are having, this is the bottom. Okay, this is the bottom, and or we can say, suppose this is the pen, and suppose I have cut that pen. Okay, we have to cut that plane by using one cutting plane. Okay, just you have to imagine, this is the imaginary part. Okay, so this is our component and this is the cutting plane. Suppose I have cut that the component by using this cutting plane. After that cutting, what will happen? There will be the two part of that component. It will be become. You have to imagine. Okay, you have to imagine. Suppose I'm having this is the plane. Suppose this is the plane is there, and we should know the information of their internal part. Okay, मला त्याची इंटरनल पार्ट मध्ये माहिती घ्यायची आहे. तर मी काय केलं, सपोज वी आर हॅव्हिंग वन कटिंग प्लेन इज देअर, अँड टू दॅट कटिंग प्लेन इट इज इमॅजिनरी पार्ट. आय हॅव कट दिस पेन. मी पेन काय केला, कट केला. ओके, कट केल्यानंतर काय होईल, अगेन दॅट पेन इट इज गोइंग टू डिवाइड इनटू द टू पार्ट्स. सपोज दिस इज द पार्ट 1. Okay, suppose this is the part 1 and this is the part number. Okay, okay. Here after that one part, okay, you have to take one of the part and just you have to see how it is looking. See, this is the internal portion we can call. Okay, and then आपण काय करायचं झाला, we have to show that part by drawing the hatching. Okay, म्हणजे काय समजलं का, what is meant by the sectional view? Sectional view is nothing but whenever we want to require the internal information, that time we are cutting the one of the component by using the imaginary cutting plane, and we are dividing that component into the two parts. Okay, and after the cutting, how that internal part is looking, that part we are showing by using the hatching line. Okay, example बघा, you are knowing the apple पाहिलं का सर्वांनी? Yes.
हो.
आता बघा मी काय करतोय, I'm going to cut that apple. See, this is our apple. Okay, so this is our apple, and that apple I'm going to cut by using one cutting plane, and that cutting plane you have to imaginary plane. Okay, so this is the cutting plane. Okay, after that, how that apple it is looking? Okay, how that apple is looking means, suppose I have cut that apple into the two part. Okay, then how after cutting, how that apple is looking? Again it is looking like this, and here we have to show that cutting portion by using this hatching line. Okay, hatching line. It is called as the section. समजतंय का? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, for your better understanding, again I will show you another example. Okay, now see this is our one component is there. See this is our one component is there, box is there. Okay, and this is the observer. Huh? See, it is called as the observer. We are observing this component from this direction. Okay, see this is our one picture or one component is there. Okay, now see here. Okay, now see this is the component and this is the observer. Okay. And that observer is observing this component from this direction. Okay, from this direction. Okay, now see here how that component is looking when we are observing from this side. Just we have to draw their front view. Just we have to draw their front view. Okay, how its front view is looking like this. Okay, बरोबर आहे का? त्या componentचा front view जर मी draw केला तर कसा दिसेल like this. It is correct.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is their front view. Right now, I want to know मला काय पाहिजे आता मला हा componentचा internal portionचा स्टडी करायचा. Okay, suppose I want to know the information of their internal part. Okay, so that I'm going to cut that component. Okay, right now I'm going to cut this component in this manner. Okay, I will cut that component. मी हा component काय केला तर cut केला. This is called as the cutting plane. Okay, so it is called as the cutting plane. You have to imagine. Okay, you have to imagine this component I have cut. Okay, then tell me after cutting how it is looking. Okay, after cutting we have to draw their front view. Again it is looking like this. You have to imagine again it is looking like this. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And after that, okay, after that we have to show their sectional view. How we have to show their sectional view? Again we have to draw here. Okay, so it is called as the sectional view of this component. Okay, so understood? Okay,
Yes, sir.
so take another example here. Take another example here. Just one minute. Okay, I will take this example here. This example. Now see here is one cylinder. Okay, so this is the one cylinder. See, this is the cylinder. This is the one cylinder. Okay, and okay, your observer is here. Your observer is here. Okay, from this side we are observing this. Okay, just draw their front view. How its front view is looking. Its front view is looking like this. Okay, front view is looking like this. Now suppose I want to show their sectional view. Okay, मला काय करायचं ह्या सिलेंडरचा सेक्शनल व्ह्यू ड्रॉ करायचा. Okay, I want to show their sectional view. What is the purpose of the sectional view? I want to show their internal part. Okay, suppose I have cut that part, how that part it will be look. Okay, that information we have to require. Okay, for this purpose I'm going to cut this cylinder. Okay, now I'm going to cut this cylinder. Okay, by using this cutting plane. In this manner we have cut. Okay, I have to. In this manner we have to cut. म्हणजे या सिलेंडरचे मी काय केले दोन भाग केले. Okay, then after cutting this, how it is looking? You have to imagine how it is looking. It is looking like this. And here, after cutting, we have to draw the hatching lines. This is called as the sectional view of this cylinder. Okay, understood? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now say another example. See. Again. See, again it is the cylinder, but for the cylinder there is one internal hole is there. Okay, see this is the one internal hole is there, and we have to show their sectional view. How we can show their sectional view? Yes, here See, this is the cylinder, and from this direction we are observing this cylinder. And suppose we have to show their sectional view. Okay, and see what is this red line? Red line is indicate the yes. Yes, what is this? This line is called as the
Cutting line.
cutting line. Okay, means in this manner we are going to cut the this cylinder. Okay, now here after cutting, okay, after cutting your cylinder, it will look like this. Okay, cylinder, it will look like this. It is correct. After cutting, it is looking like this. Okay, understood? After cutting, it is looking like this. And right now we have to show the sectional view for this part. म्हणजे कट केल्यानंतर तो पार्ट कसा दिसतोय हे दाखवणं. It is called as the sectional. तर कसा दिसणार ह्याचा फ्रंट व्ह्यू काढा. सिंपल लाईक दिस. म्हणजे कुठला पार्ट ह्यातला कट झालेला आहे. Okay, just you have to first of all draw their front view like this. Your front view, it will look like this. See. So this is like this. Okay, you can call it the center line. मला सांगा हे काय आहे आफ्टर कटिंग आहे. इट इज लुकिंग लाईक आफ्टर कटिंग. ओके ओके, मला सांगा ह्या सिलेंडरचा फ्रंट व्ह्यू कसा दिसेल. कसा दिसेल.
Rectangle.
Okay, rectangle plus here hole is there, no? But it is not visible. Hole आहे ह्याच्यामध्ये इंटरनल, but it is not visible. आणि जे काय नॉट विजिबल पार्ट असतो तो आपण कसा दाखवतो. Yes, here is the one hole.
Without.
Here is one hole. It is not visible, so it is looking like this.
Dotted line, sir.
Dotted line. Okay, see, this is the front view for this part. This is the front view for this part. म्हणजे सिलेंडरचा हा तुमचा फ्रंट व्ह्यू असेल. ओके, विदाउट कटिंग. कटिंग करायच्या आधीचा माझा फ्रंट व्ह्यू आहे. ओके, राईट नाव वी हॅव कट दिस कंपोनंट. मी आता सिलेंडर काय केलंय, कट केलेला आहे. आता कट केला ह्याचा दोन पार्ट झालेत. मला हे विजिबल आहे का लाईन. हे जे काय सर्कल आहे, और वी कॅन से इट इज द होल, हाफ होल आहे. विजिबल आहे का कसं आहे.
Visible आहे, sir.
राईट, सो दॅट आय एम गोइंग टू ड्रॉ हिअर डार्क लाईन. म्हणून मी काय करतोय इथे आता एक डार्क लाईन ड्रॉ करतो. See here I'm going to draw the dark line. Like this. It is clear. Okay. हॅचिंग लाईन आपण कुठल्या पोर्शन मध्ये दाखवणार आहे. हाच पार्ट कट झाला ना, जो सेक्शनल किंवा जो पार्ट कट झालेला आहे. तर हे कसं आहे, सर्कल आहे. तर मध्ये काय कट होणार, म्हणजे काय आहे का दाखवण्यासारखं नाही ना, मोकळा भाग आहे, हॅलो पार्ट आहे. म्हणजे हा पार्ट कट झालाय तुमचा. म्हणून मी काय करतोय, आय एम गोइंग टू ड्रॉ हिअर द हॅचिंग लाईन. This is called as the snakes for this. Understood? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I will take another example here. Now, please tell me. Again, this is the cylinder. Okay, again it is the cylinder, but the observer is observing this cylinder from this direction. Observer is observing. See, this is the cylinder, and what is this? This red line is indicate the cutting. In this manner, we have to cut the cylinder. Okay, you have to tell me. Yes, what is the front view of that cylinder? Yes, the front view of that cylinder, it will be like this. Okay, how it is looking like this. So this is the center line. या साईडने आपण ऑब्झर्व करतोय आणि ह्याच्या आतमध्ये एक सर्कल आहे माहिती आहे, पण इथे विजिबल आहे का? इट इज विजिबल.
No.
So that we have to show that circle in dotted line like this. See, this is the front view after cutting. Okay, after cutting, and suppose we have cut this cylinder. Okay, you have to imagine how it is looking. Okay, after cutting, this line is visible to us. Na? This line is visible. Am I right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, after cutting, you have to imagine. म्हणजे पार्टचे आपण दोन भाग केले तर आपल्याला दिसणार आहे ना, त्यामुळे मी काय करतो, I'm going to make dark and we are knowing that that much part is cut. हा पार्ट एवढा कट झालेला आहे म्हणून I'm going to draw here the see, this is the section view of this. It is clear? It is called as the section.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Again, the next example. Please tell me how to draw the sectional view for this. Yes. Yes, please tell me. See, this is the our component, and see, this is the cutting plane. How that cutting plane is going to travel like this? It is going to cut. Okay, see, this is that, and see, this is your observer. Okay, so first upon we have to, okay, first upon we have to draw their front view. How its front view is looking like this. Okay, okay, you have to first upon draw their front view. How it is looking? The front view it will looking like this. Yeah, right? Please tell me. Please clear your front view. This is the front view. It is looking like this. Okay, and we have to cut that component in this manner. Okay, we have to cut. And okay, after cutting, okay, see, this is the portion. After cutting, it is looking like this. Okay, after cutting, it is looking like this. Okay, इथली लाईन जी असणार ही मर्ज होणार. ही लाईन काय होणार आहे? मर्ज होणार. एकाच कंपोनेंटचा भाग आहे ना तो. बरोबर आहे का? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And after that, after cutting, we have to see this portion and draw their front view. Okay, again we have to draw the front view. How it is looking? It is looking like this. And see, this whole portion is cut झाला. हा पूर्ण पोर्शन काय झाला? कट झाला. म्हणून मी काय करतोय? I'm going to draw here the hatching line. Okay, I'm going to draw here the hatching line. See. Okay, in this manner, this is called as the section view for this. Okay, it is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now see, these are the simple example of the section. Okay, now see here again there are the different types of the section. Okay, what are that types? We will explain here. What are these types? That sectional view it will classify into the following types. That sectional view it will be classified into the. Okay, what are these types? Now see here, the first type of the sectional view is the, yes, first is the full type.
Full section.
Okay, full section. Then second is the half section, then offset section, partial section, then revolved section and removed section. These are the 6 types of sections. Then what is meant by the full section? Then what is meant by the half offset? I will explain. Okay, so anybody having any idea what is meant by the full section? Okay, what is meant by the full section? Now see, whatever example right now we have seen here, these are the example of the full section. Now see here. Full section. Full section means काय? In that section we are cut the objective throughout. Okay, मीन्स म्हणजे काय करतोय आपण फुल सेक्शन मध्ये, इन दॅट फुल सेक्शन वी हॅव कट द एनी ऑब्जेक्ट थ्रू आउट म्हणजे त्या पूर्णपणे कॉम्पोनंटचे आपण दोन भाग करतो. सिंपल. म्हणजे किती टक्के भाग आपण यातला कट करतो, 50%, 50-50 मध्ये डिवाइड करतो तो कॉम्पोनंट. इट इज कॉल्ड एज द फुल सेक्शन. ओके, अंडरस्टूड? येस ऑर नो?
Yes, sir.
Okay, full section is nothing but the section produced by cutting through the entire object. Okay, means we are cutting the object throughout. हे बघा, see this is the object. See, this is the object and we are cutting this object like this. म्हणजे आपण किती भाग करतोय, दोन भाग करतोय. ओके, म्हणजे 50-50 दोन भाग करतोय. It is called as the full section. So this is the full section. Okay, it is called as the full section. Okay. Here's another example. Say again here we are cutting this object throughout. Okay, हे जे पण आपण दोन भाग करतोय. Okay, again it is called as the full section. Okay, right now see again we are cutting this object like this, means throughout we are cutting throughout 50-50 मध्ये. Okay, it is called as again full section. Okay, full section is nothing but the section produced by cutting through the entire object is called as the full section. Okay, understood? Full section कशाला म्हणायचं समजले का? Yes or no? Means suppose this is the one circle. Okay, so this is the one circle and we can call this is the circle. Okay, that much part we are cutting here. Okay, total is 360. Means 180 मध्ये आपण कट करतो, दोन भाग करतो. It is called as the full section. Okay, and what is meant by the half section? What is meant by the half section? Okay, the half section is nothing but we are cutting the object. Okay, we are cutting the object in 1/4 part. Okay, 1/4 part means what? Okay, half section is nothing but, or in that section we have cut the component only 1/4. What is this? म्हणजे काय करतो आपण ह्याच्यामध्ये, हाफ सेक्शन मध्ये आपल्याला काय करायचं आहे? सपोज दिस इज द ऍपल, दिस इज द ऍपल. ओके, जर आपल्याला ऍपलचा हा फुल सेक्शन घ्यायचा असेल तर आपण काय करणार? That apple, or we can show the circle. We are knowing that circle having 4 quarters. Okay, so this is the first quarter, second, third, and fourth. Okay, okay, may I read?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now see full section. What I mean by the full section? In that full section, we are cut the object in this manner. Okay, this is the half part. This is the half part. Okay, but in that half section, okay, but in that half section we are cutting here only 1/4 part, only 1/4 like this. See here, we are cutting only 1/4 part. Okay, once again I will repeat, in that half section, okay, when we are cutting this object only 1/4 like this. Okay, म्हणजे बघा, या ऍपल मधला मी एवढाच भाग काढून घेतला, एवढाच भाग कट केला. So it is called as the half section. So understood? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Half section nothing but here we have cut the only 1/4 part of the component. Here we are going to cut the only 1/4 part. 1/4 part of the component. It is called as the half section. And here we are cutting the component throughout. Here we are cutting the component throughout like this. Okay, understood? Yes or no? Whether you understood the difference between full section and half section?
Yes, sir.
Okay, म्हणजे बघा ह्या ठिकाणी
Yes, sir.
okay, so once again I will revise here. Okay, suppose take the example of that. Okay. Okay. जर हा आपल्याला आपण फुल सेक्शन मध्ये दाखवायचा असेल तर कसं दिसेल? हाऊ इट इज लुकिंग? Yes, how it is looking? In that full section, it will look like this. The full section of the apple, it will look like this. Am I right? See here, it will look like this. Okay, it is the full section. Am I right? Yes, it is the full section. You have to imagine this is the apple, and we have cut that apple through. After cutting, it is looking like this. It is called as the full section. And right now, we have to show the half section of the apple. Okay, half section of the apple means in that half section, we are knowing that we are going to cut only 1/4 part of this component. Okay, then how it is looking? Now see, it is looking like this. It is looking like this. Here, it will looking like this. Half section. Suppose we have to show the half section of that apple. It will looking like this. How it is looking? Yes, please. Here, I should show the hatching line. Yes. Okay, here I should show the hatching line. Suppose this is the cutting. This is the cutting. Okay, here we have to show the hatching line. Yes.
In 1/4.
Okay, here only we have to show the hatching line because that much part is going to cut in that half section. Half section दाखवायचं असेल तर एवढाच पार्ट आपण कट करायचं किती 1/4 part of that component. Here throughout component we have to cut. Okay, this is nothing but full section and half section. Okay, so understood? Whether you understood the concept of that full section and half section? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Remaining student. Remaining.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
So right now, see again here one example. See, this is the full section. So this is the full section. You have to imagine. See, this is the one component is there, and that component we have cut. Throughout component we have to cut. Okay, see, this is the cutting. म्हणजे आपलं कटिंग प्लेन ह्या ठिकाणी कसं कट झालेलं आहे. You have to see here. You can see here like this. Okay, म्हणजे आपला component आहे दिलेला. This is the component, and that component is going to cut. Throughout component we have to cut. And suppose we have to show the section view. Like कसं दिसणार आहे? Suppose we are observing this component from this side. How it is looking? Just we have to draw their front view. Okay, see, and which part is going to cut here? See, this part is going to cut here. Okay, so again this part is going to cut here. It is cut. Okay, whatever part is cut, that part we have to show the by the hatching line. Okay, and see, this is the section. Okay, see the sectional view. See here, that hatching line is indicate that part we have to cut. That part we have to cut. That part आपण cut केलेला आहे. See, this is called as the full section because here we have cut the entire object. And see, this is the example, and this is the section view for that full section. Okay, so understood? Now see here, the next is half section. Okay, we are knowing that when we can call it is the half section. Yes, when we can call it is the half section. Yes, please. Yes. When we can
object in one quarter throughout.
Okay. Means when we are cut the any object at only one quarter portion. Okay, only one quarter portion of the any object we have to cut. That time you can call it is the half section. Okay, now see here. See, this is the original component. Okay, see, this is the original component. I'm going to write here once again here. Okay, see, this is the original component, and you can easily understood here. See here. Okay, here. See here. Only that much part is going to cut here. Only half portion. Okay, only that much portion they have cut. Means this is the one quarter. Na? You have to imagine. This is the one quarter they have cut. It is correct. Only one quarter portion is going to cut here. Okay, and see this portion is cut. This is the 3D picture of that component, and we have cut that much one quarter portion from this component. And right now we have to show the section. How it is looking, just see here. Okay, just to see, you can easily understand from this diagram. Here one quarter portion is cut here, only one quarter. See, one quarter portion is cut. See this in this figure also you can easily understood the only one quarter portion is cut from this figure, and see this portion is going to cut here. Okay, so that we have to show the hatching line here. Again, this portion is going to cut here like this. Just draw the front end. Okay, okay, that much part. Okay, that much part we have to cut. That much part. One quarter portion only we have to cut here. So that we have to show the hatching line only this side also. Okay, हा part आपण cut केलेला नाही. You have to imagine. Okay, because here we have to cut the only one quarter. म्हणजे फक्त 25% of component we have to cut here. Okay, and but which component or which part is cut? Okay, for this portion only we have to show the hatching line. Okay, means ह्याच्यावरून तुम्ही काय अंडरस्टँडिंग करू शकता? Here we can easily understood that much portion is we have to cut. Okay, only one quarter portion we have to cut here, and this is called as the half section. Okay, so the next is the next section is the next type of the sectional view is okay. Now see, the next type of sectional view is revolved section and removed section. Okay, again it is very simple. You can easily understand here. So the next type of the section view is revolved section. Okay, next type of the section is the revolved section and removed section. Okay, so it is visible to all.
Yes, sir.
Next is the revolved section and second is the removed section. Then what is meant by the revolved section and removed section? You can easily understand here. Suppose this is the component. Okay, see this is the component, and again this is the component. Okay, so this is the component, and okay, so this is the component, and suppose we have, see this is the axis of that component. So this is the axis of that component like this, and here we have to cut that object in such manner that your cutting plane it will be travel perpendicular to this axis. म्हणजे आपण कटिंग प्लेन या ठिकाणी कसं ट्रॅव्हल करायचं आहे, परपेंडिक्युलर टू दिस ऍक्सिस. Perpendicular to this axis. Then just you have to imagine, take the example of the chalk. Okay, take the example of the chalk. Suppose we are having just take the example of the chalk. Okay, suppose this is the chalk. So this is the chalk. And see, this is the center line. Okay, and suppose we have to apply the cutting plane in this. Okay, we have to cut that chalk. Okay, we have to cut that chalk. Means suppose see there is the two part of that chalk like this. Okay, and here we have to show the hatching line. Means see here we have to show the section. Kasa दिसणार आहे section में like this. Just one circle is there. Okay, it is correct. See, it is correct like this. Okay, like this we have to understood here. Now see here. See, this is the component. Okay, now see here. This is the okay. So this is the component is here. So this is the center line, and we are passing this. This line is indicate the cutting plane. In this manner, we have to cut. You have to just indicate. Okay, we have to cut. After cutting, how it is looking? After cutting, this portion is going to cut, and after cutting, we have to observe there the internal portion. That how it is looking. We are knowing that it is looking like this. Okay, see, it is looking like this. It is looking like this, and here we have to show the hatching. And suppose we have to this portion we have to cut, and after cutting, how that internal portion how it is looking? It will looking like this. It is correct. बरोबर आहे का हे? Yes or no? Yes, please. Hello. See, this is the component. You have to imagine, and that component we have to cut at this portion and this portion. And after cutting, how it is looking? See this portion. Yes. Yes, please. Anyone reply me? How it is looking? See, this is the one part. This is the second part. One part मध्ये आपण डिवाइड करणार. ओके, इथून आपण कट केलेला आहे कंपोनेंट. कट केल्यानंतर हा पोर्शन कसा दिसेल? इट इज लुकिंग लाईक दिस ना? राईट?
Yes, sir.
हियर इट इज हॅचिंग लाईन. अँड सी हा पोर्शन कसा दिसेल? हा बघा सर्क्युलर आहे पूर्णपणे. एक सर्क्युलर आहे, त्यामुळे कसं दिसेल? सर्क्युलर दिसेल. आणि इथं हॅचिंग लाईन आपल्याला दाखवायची आहे. Okay, here, what is the difference between remote section and remote section? Yes, anybody please tell me. Again, similar manner is there. Okay, here also same portion, same component is there. Again, we have to cut this component at this part, this here, and again we have to cut this component at here. Okay, and after cutting, how it is looking? At this portion, it is looking like this, and this portion, it is looking like this. Then please tell me, what is the difference? What is the difference between that revolve section and remote section? Yes, anybody? Please observe it carefully and tell me what is the difference. समजते का? Yes. Yes. Whether you understood or not. काय डिफरन्स असेल दोन्ही मध्ये हा? Whether you understood the concept. Yes, please. See, this is the component, and that component we have to cut at this portion and this portion. Again, this is our 3D component. This portion, this component we have to cut here and here. After cutting, okay, see, you can observe this figure. After cutting, at this portion, how it is looking? It will looking like this, and this portion, how it is looking? It will looking like this. Okay, okay. After cutting, we have drawn this figure. Okay, see, this is the actual figure. And at this portion we have to cut. Again, this portion we have to cut. After cutting at this portion, it is looking like this, and after cutting at this portion, it is looking like this. Okay, both the figure we have drawn here. Then please tell me what is the difference? What is the difference? ह्याच्यामध्ये काय वेगळं दिसतं तुम्हाला? Yes.
Sir, the first figure half मध्ये cut झालं आणि next वाला
Yes, your voice is not audible. You can observe here in that revolve section. Okay, in that revolve section, whatever that section view is there, okay, that sectional view we are showing in that figure itself only. Okay, in this figure, in that figure we are showing the sectional view, but in that removed section, okay, in that removed section we are take the projection and outside of this figure, okay, the outside of the figure we are showing the sectional view. Okay, in that revolved section we are showing the sectional view in that figure itself, in the figure itself, and here in that removed section, in that removed section we are showing the sectional view apart from this figure, apart from this figure. That is the difference. Understood? Yes. Understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just tell me that now. I will take the example here. Please take the, and it is applicable for only circular part. You have to remember your that center. Okay, just I will draw here one component. Okay, so you have to remember only in that revolved we are showing the sectional view in the figure, and in the removed we are showing the sectional view apart from this figure. Okay, and right now please tell me the sectional view. Suppose this is the pen. Okay, see this is the pen. Huh? See this is the pen, and for this pen, okay, for this pen we have to show the removed and revolved section. Okay, so, please tell me how to show the removed and revolved section here for this pen. Center line. Please tell me how to show. First is the revolved, and it is the removed. Please tell me, in that revolved, here we have to show the sectional view in the figure or outside the figure.
In the figure.
In the it's
Figure.
clear na? In the figure it is right na? And here
Yes.
here apart from the figure, apart from the figure. Then how that remote section is looking like this. Sorry. The remote section it will be looking like this. Please tell me it is correct. Yes, it is the revolved section. It is correct.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Then how to show that remote section here? How to show the remote section? Yes.
Whole circular pipe, and on that one circular.
Good, good. Okay, just to see here, I'm going to draw here like this. Now how? How we have to show?
Part.
Yes. Once I can see. Okay, just we have to. It's not necessary to draw. Again, here just we can show the sectional view outside of this figure like this. Here we can draw like this. It is clear? It is correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
this is called as the remove. Sorry, this is the revolve and removed from that outside. म्हणजे आपण रिमूव्ह करून घ्यायचं साईडला आणि इथं रिव्हॉल्व त्याच्यामध्ये दाखवायचं. See, this is the basic difference between. You have to remember. Okay. In that exam, they will ask the question like this: in which sectional view where remove, how they will ask the question like this. In that revolve section, whether we have to show the sectional view inside that figure or outside that figure or apart from this figure. Okay, such type of the question they will ask. You have to remember, in that revolve section we are showing the sectional view in that figure itself, and here in that remote section we are showing the sectional view apart from this figure. Okay, for your understanding purpose. Okay, you have to remember this. Okay, so it is clear. It is clear which
Yes, sir.
sectional view we have studied here. Full section. In that full section we are cutting the object throughout like this. It means we are full section मध्ये आपण काय करतो, दोन पार्ट करतो सिंपल. ओके, 50% आपण कट करतो पार्ट. Then in that half section, yes, in that half section,
1/4 cutting.
okay, just we are going to cut 1/4 part of that component. Okay, then what is meant by the revolve section? In that revolve section, okay, then we can call it the revolve section. Then in that revolve section we are passing that cutting plane perpendicular to that axis. Okay, and in that revolve section we are showing that section view in that figure itself, and in that remote section again similar, we are passing the cutting plane, perpendicular to its axis, and we are showing the sectional view apart from this figure. Okay, so any doubt regarding to that? Yes.
No, sir.
No, sir.
So which sectional view is remaining there? Just see once again.
Offset.
Now see, this is the full. See, this is the full section. Okay, then it is the half section, then offset section. Okay, then what is meant by the offset section? Okay, now you can easily observe here offset section. The offset section is nothing but, okay, when we are passing the cutting plane in this manner. Okay, see, this is the cutting plane. This is the cutting plane. This is the straight. Again, your cutting plane is at the 90 degree. Again, your cutting plane is straight. Okay, if your cutting plane is passing like this, okay, in bending manner, we can say. See, first time it is straight. Again, it is vertical, or it is 90 degree. Again, it is straight. Okay, then again it is like this. Again, it is like this. Again, it is like this. If suppose we are having any complicated work pieces there, okay, एखादा आपल्याकडे कॉम्प्लिकेटेड वर्क पीस आहे, ओके, आणि तो पूर्ण थ्रूआउट आपल्याला कट करता येईल का नाही? तुमचं कटिंग प्लेन कसं होणार आहे? युअर कटिंग प्लेन इट विल बी ट्रॅव्हल लाईक दिस, स्ट्रेट 90 degree, straight 90 degree, straight 90 degree, like this. Okay, if such type of the cutting plane is there, and in such manner we have to cut that component, and whatever views you are looking after that, it is called as the offset section. Okay, it is called as the offset section. Understood? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have to remember here, your cutting plane, it will be travel like this. Okay, your cutting plane means whether that cutting plane is straight here, whether that cutting plane it will travel in straight manner only here. No, your cutting plane is not travel straight. आता बघा आपलं फुल सेक्शन मध्ये कटिंग प्लेन कसं ट्रॅव्हल होत आहे? पूर्ण स्ट्रेट लाईन. बरोबर आहे का नाही? बरोबर आहे का नाही? हाफ सेक्शन मध्ये कसं होतं? 90 मध्ये. ह्याच्यामध्ये कसं होतं? पूर्णपणे स्ट्रेट 90 मध्ये. ओके, म्हणजे ह्याच्यामध्ये पूर्णपणे तुमचा कटिंग प्लेन स्ट्रेट नसणार आहे. इन दिस मॅनर युअर कटिंग प्लेन इज ट्रॅव्हलिंग, दॅट टाइम यू कॅन कॉल इट इज द ऑफसेट सेक्शन. ओके, नाउ यू कॅन ऑब्झर्व हियर. सी, दिस इज द कटिंग प्लेन. ओके, okay, here you can observe this is the cutting plane. Okay, now see here, this is the cutting plane. In that full section, full section, see, this is the cutting line, or this is called the cutting plane. That cutting plane, it will be at straight line. You can observe the cutting plane for the half section also. See, this is the half section. it is traveling like this, and that offset section or cutting plane, it will be like this. Okay, like this. And what is mean by the partial section? Okay, what is mean by the partial section? The partial section is nothing but, suppose we are having any large component is there, or we can say the number of components are there. One of the component is there, म्हणजे एखादा आपल्याकडे खूप मोठा component आहे, एखादा part आहे त्याच्यामध्ये खूप number of component आहे. So it is not possible to check each and every component. Okay, so that we are taking only one component for the sampling. त्यातला काहीचा भाग फक्त आपण सॅम्पलिंग साठी घेतो. ओके, म्हणजे सी बघा, partially, partial. See here in this figure, okay, we have to show, we have taken that much part only for the, that much part we have to cut only, म्हणजे त्या पार्ट मधला काहीचा तर पार्ट आपण फक्त कट करून घेतो. So this is the one component, and from this component that much part we have to cut only for the टेस्टिंग पर्पज, लाईक दिस. म्हणजे हाच पार्ट मी एवढाच पार्ट काय करणार आहे, कट करणार आहे, आणि एवढा पार्ट कट करून हा भाग फक्त मी इंटरनली चेक करणार आहे. सो दिस इज द partial section. Means here we have to remember only limited part is going to cut. Only limited or important part is going to cut here. This is called as the partial. Okay. Now see, these are the simple. Okay. जर आपल्याला अशी फिगर आली, okay, if such type of figure is there, only that much part they are showing in hatching line. That time you have to usually remember this is the partial section. Okay, partial section. Okay. Partial section. Okay, right now that sectional view is complete. Full sectional, in that full sectional we are cut the component throughout. Then in half sectional we are cut the component only 1/4 part. Okay, in that partial we are cutting only limited part from that component. In offset section we have to remember the cutting plane will not travel in straight line only. Okay, and that's offset section we are apply for the irregular component, and revolve section and remote section. In that revolve section and remote section, now see here, not remember for that revolve and remote section. Okay, your cutting plane should be travel perpendicular to its axis. Okay, and in that revolve section we have to show that sectional view in that figure itself, and in that removed section we have to again our cutting plane, it should be travel perpendicular to its axis, and the sectional view we have to show apart from this figure or apart from this component. Okay, so understood the sectional view? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So within 10 minutes I will take the revision. Okay, directly I will show you the question. Can you tell me what is the type of sectional view? Which type of the sectional view is there?
Partial sectional view.
Good. It is the partial section. Good. It is. What is this? Yes.
Full section.
Yes. It is the full section.
Full.
Full or half
Full.
or partial or that revolved? Yes, please discuss. Yes. It is revolved. Yes. Yes. Whether it is revolved or no? Think and tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes.
It is revolved.
It is.
नाही sir.
Revolved.
Yes. It is revolved or partial or half or full. If it is full, how it is looking? If it is full, here throughout hatching line should be there. Hmm? Yes, it is revolved. It is revolved. Yes, may I correct with this?
Yes, sir.
How, sir?
This is just observe now. If it is full, then you have to observe how that hatching line it will be looking. Then half, if half is there, then how it is looking, and partial. Okay, just you have to think this is the component, and in that component itself they have showing the hatching line. In that component itself they are showing the hatching line. Okay. Okay, you have to imagine how it is looking like this type. This type of the object will be there, and we have to place the cutting plane in this manner. For example, you can take the example of the piston rod. Whether you have seen the piston rod or connecting rod.
Yes, yes.
Okay, just you have to imagine that connecting rod, and we have to cut that connecting rod at a 90 degree. Just imagine, and then we have to show their section. It is looking like this, so that it is revolved. Imagine Karagar. This is the example of the cutting rod, I think. Okay. Also, you have to think on that. Please, we are having few minutes, so we'll take the revision here. So fast, please tell me. Can we match these pairs? Yes. Then please tell me. Yes, what is the symbol? This symbol is for internal thread. It is true or wrong? It is true or false? Symbol for internal thread. Yes,
False.
it is true or false? Yes.
True, sir.
Hmm? Internal.
False.
Who is telling false? Please tell me how it is false. Yes, Raut.
It is true, sir.
True.
Internal thread. Internal. That time I have to remember the. Yes. Internal circle should be complete. Yeah, whether that internal circle is completed, yes, and external circle is incomplete means it is true, na? It's true. Okay. Then tell me, this shows use the aligned system, whether it is aligned or unidirectional.
Align.
Yes, it is true. Okay. Then this welding symbol is off.
Double V, but
Yes. Double V.
Bevel.
Bevel.
Double.
Bevel.
They will, but
Then yes, see this figure. Please tell me this. This is symbol for the internal thread.
Yes.
Again,
True, sir.
same.
Yes, sir. Yes.
This is the unidirectional system of dimensioning.
Correct. Correct.
Correct. This is symbol for plywood.
Incorrect.
incorrect.
Tell me, this is the symbol for. It is in
Concrete.
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 This is the symbol for the seam welder.
Correct.
Correct.
Incorrect.
Huh?
Correct.
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 Correct or incorrect?
Correct.
Then tell me, this is the unidirectional.
Correct. Correct,
Correct.
sir.
Single V. It is again, it is very simple. What is this?
Glass.
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 Please tell me. Please tell me. Question number 42. Question number 42, please. This question. Sectional view reveals internal details, external features, overall size of object, and all around. Yes, what is this?
Internal details.
Details.
Okay, that sectional view will give the information regarding to the internal details of that component. We are cutting that component. No?
Internal details.
Okay, internal details. Now see here again. Welding produce dash dead joints.
Permanent.
Permanent.
Permanent joint.
Correct size of sheet. Can tell me. Yes. Correct or incorrect? Size of A4 sheet is. It is correct or wrong?
Wrong.
What is the correct size for that A4 size sheet?
210 into 297.
Good. Okay. It is correct now? Yes. Okay. In such way that they will ask you the questions. In such way that they will ask you the questions. So any doubt, any problem, please tell me. I will declare that your chapter number 1 is complete. Okay. So anybody having any doubt, please tell me. Yes. Okay, just 1 minute.